Hello, boys and girls. Today is Monday, April 13, week 3. Today's objective is students will be able to complete questions 1 through 4 found in Science Packet week 3 with annotations and evidence. This week, we will talk about matter. Matter is everything around us. We can classify matter based on its physical properties. Physical properties of matter are mass, magnetism, solubility, density, conductivity, and state of matter. And to remember what these 6 properties of matter are, we will practice Mickey Mouse said Donald can sing. M. M stands for mass. Remember that we can use a triple beam balance to measure mass in grams. Magnetism. We use the strategy of Nix. Solubility. We remember the definition, able to dissolve in water. D for density. Remember the low density floats, high density sinks. Conductivity. Conductors allow electricity to flow. Insulators block the electricity or energy. State of matter. It is solid, liquid, and gas. Today, we will focus on solubility. Solubility is the ability of a substance to dissolve in another substance. The question that you need to ask yourself for today is, did this substance dissolve? If it did, then the substance is soluble. If it does not dissolve, then it is insoluble. Today, we will be doing an experiment discovering the solubility of matter. Remember that if you want to do this at home, to ask permission from your parents first and make sure they're present while you're doing this experiment. The materials that I will be using are 1 clear cup, water, 1 spoonful of sugar, salt, sand, oil, a piece of wood, it could be a wooden block or a pencil. Our scientific question for today is, which substance will dissolve in water? Our variable, our factor that we're going to change on purpose will be the type of substance. Procedure. Number 1, place water in cup. Number 2, place substances and stir, 1 substance at a time. Number 3, record your observations. First mixture, water and sugar. So I noticed that before, water's clear. And after I stirred, I can see in the picture to the right that the water's still clear. Can I see the sugar particles? No. If I cannot see it, that means that it's soluble. It dissolved. Sugar is soluble. Now water and wood. After I stirred, I noticed that the wood was just floating there. It did not break apart. It did not dissolve at all. This means that the wood is insoluble. Again, wood is insoluble because it did not break apart. Water and salt. I noticed that after I stirred, the water did become a little bit cloudy, but after I kept stirring even more, the water was clear. The salt did not disappear, the salt dissolved. And because it did, that means that the salt is soluble. Again, salt is soluble. Water and sand. I noticed that after I stirred, I could still see the sand at the bottom of my cup. Because the sand is still at the bottom of my cup, the sand did not dissolve. And because it did not dissolve, the sand, it is insoluble. Again, the sand is insoluble. Water and oil. After I added the oil and stirred, I noticed that the oil did not spread out evenly. Instead, it made another layer on top of the water. That is because the oil did not dissolve. The oil has a different type of density than the water has. And because of this, the oil is insoluble. Oil is insoluble. Remember that in every experiment, you must record your observations. And this is how we ended up after mixing all of those substances. In conclusion, sugar and salt dissolved in water. This means that both substances are soluble. Now I'm going to answer this question for you. You do not have this question. I want to show you how you would answer a matter question. What I'm going to do first is read the question to myself. A teacher mixes a white powder into a beaker of water. The powder cannot be seen in the water. The teacher then heats the mixture until the water evaporates and the powder can be seen again. Which property of the powder is the teacher demonstrating? After I read, I must highlight my question because this is what I need to answer. Now I need to circle my important words such as mixes, white powder, beaker of water, cannot be seen. I'm also going to make my drawing. I'm going to draw the before. The before, it says that the powder cannot be seen. So it's a glass of water with the powder that we don't see. So just water. The after. In the after picture, I'm going to draw a beaker with just the powder. Because based on my question, it says, the teacher then heats the mixture until the water evaporates and the powder can be seen again. Next, I'm going to draw my chart. Mickey Mouse said Donald can sing. I'm trying to figure out which property of the powder is the teacher demonstrating. Could it be mass? Is there a triple beam balance involved in this question? No. It cannot be mass because there's no triple beam balance. There's no grams even mentioned in this example. Can it be magnetism? No. There's no magnet involved. There's no any type of mix involved. It can be solubility because the teacher was dissolving the powder. She couldn't see it and then she evaporated, so it was there. It can be solubility. Was the substance floating or sinking? No. The question does not mention anything about that. It cannot be density. Did they have an electric circuit to test for conductivity? No. Did they mention anything about solid, liquid, or gas experiment? No. It cannot be state of matter. The answer is solubility. The teacher could not see the powder, but after the water was evaporated, it was there. Next, I'm going to write my evidence. My answer is solubility because the teacher dissolved a powder, then evaporated the water to see the powder again. Your turn. Go to question 4 from week packet 3. Your question is based on solubility. Remember, when you're answering a question about solubility, first you read the question, highlight, circle your important words, and you do your T-chart of soluble, not soluble to sort and organize the answer choices. Your assignment for today is answer questions 1 through 4 with annotations and evidence. Then you answer the online assignment. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.